Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step of the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today is Thursday, March 7, 2024, and I welcome you, my beautiful souls, to another episode of the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am deeply committed to this journey of self-discovery and self-love alongside with you. And today we are diving into a topic that touches every aspect of our lives, and that's mental well-being. So in our path towards self-love and nurturing our mental health, it is so crucial as of caring for our physical selves. So what I want to do is I want to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about understanding mental well-being, all right? It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
Love Podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast, available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we are talking about mental well-being. And we'll talk about mental well-being and healthness and wellness and all of those good things. But before we get into today's topic, I want to, let's start by grounding ourselves in this moment with a simple breathing, guided breathing exercise, all right? All right, so if you can please find a comfortable position and close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep breath in, feeling your chest rise. And I want you to hold it for a moment. Now release slowly, letting go of any tension. Now let's do this twice more, and each time seeking deeper into a state of calm and readiness to explore today's topic. So now I want you to start by taking another deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with air. And I want you to hold it for a moment. And then exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension or stress. Now let's take another deep breath in. This time focusing on expanding your belly as you breathe in. Feel the air filling your abdomen. I want you to hold it briefly. Then exhale gently, letting go of any negative Now, as you continue to breathe, I want you to picture a calm and peaceful place in your mind. It could be a beach, a forest, or a serene meadow. I want you to imagine yourself surrounded by tranquility and serenity. Now inhale deeply once more, allowing the soothing sensation of relaxation to flow through your body. Now hold your breath. Then exhale slowly, releasing any remaining tension. Now I want you to take a moment to appreciate this feeling of peace and clarity within you. And I want you to remember that you can always return to this breathing exercise whenever you need a moment to calm and reflect. Now you can open up your eyes, and I want to thank you for participating in this guided and breathing exercise. And may this carry this sense of tranquility with you throughout your day. And if you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, this is something that we do every single day, Monday through Friday. And this is part of our our self-care routine, all right? And this is what we do to ground ourselves, to center ourselves before we go into the daily topic, the topic for the day, all right? So today's topic is about mental well-being and strategies for a healthy mind. So in this segment, we'll talk about understanding mental well-being. And see, mental well-being, it encompasses our emotional psychology, psychological and social health. It's about how we think, feel, and behave, and how we handle stress that relates to others and make choices recognizing the signs of a healthy mind and being aware of common challenges in the first step towards sustaining our mental health well-being. All right, so next, we want to talk about strategies of cultivating a healthy mind, right? So we already got the understanding of it. So now let's strategize on how to cultivate a mind. So there are many paths to a healthy mind. And today we will explore a few key strategies. Mindfulness can help us stay present, and it can reduce stress. So self-care isn't just about pampering. It's taking action that promotes mental health, like adequate sleep, nutrition, and exercise. And sometimes seeking support from friends and families or professionals, which is the bravest step that we can take. Now, cultivating a healthy mind is essential for overall well-being. And here are some key strategies to help you to achieve and maintain mental wellness. Number one is to practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or yoga to cultivate awareness of the present moment and reduce stress. A second key is to stay active. Regular physical activity can help you to improve your mood. It can reduce anxiety and boost cognitive function. Aim for at least 30 minutes of exercise most days of the week. So choose 2 or 3 days out of the week, 3, to help you to move you forward. If anything, do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you're off on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday, make something fun, all right? A third key is prioritize sleep. Quality sleep is very crucial for our mental health. So aim for the 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night and establish a bedtime routine to promote restful sleep. Number 4, the fourth key is to eat a balanced diet. Consuming a nutritious diet in rich fruits, vegetables, and whole grain, lean proteins, and healthy fats can support brain function and mood regulation. All right, the fifth key that I'm giving is stay connected. Maintain strong social connections with friends and family members to foster a sense of belonging and reduce feelings of loneliness. The next one is number 6, is setting boundaries. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy and set boundaries to protect your time and mental well-being. Number 7, engage in hobbies. Participate in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether it's painting, gardening, playing music, or any other hobby that you enjoy. Another one is seek support. Don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist, a counselor, or a support group if you are struggling with your mental health. Seeking professional help is a sign of strength. 9 is to practice gratitude. Cultivate a sense of gratitude by regularly reflecting on the things that you are thankful for. This practice can increase positivity and resilience. And number 10, manage stress. Manage stress. Develop healthy coping mechanisms for managing stress, such as deep breathing exercises, journaling, spending time in nature, or just listening to calming music. So by incorporating these strategies into your daily routine, you can nurture a healthy mind and enhance your overall well-being. And I want you to remember that mental health is just as important as physical health. And it is very crucial to prioritize both for a fulfilling life. And now that we got all of that, let's take a quick break. And when we return, I want to introduce a new segment called A Text from Dr. Will. It's an amazing new segment, and I truly cannot wait to share with you. All right, we'll be right back.
This March, Ask Nyomi. Bridging the Gap presents to extraordinary guests who are breaking boundaries and sharing their unique perspectives. On March 14, join us as we welcome Brian Reeves, a former U.S. Air Force officer turned relationship coach and author of Choose Her Every Day or Leave. Get ready for an eye-opening discussion on love, relationships, and the power of daily choices. Then, on March 28th, prepare to be captivated by courtesan Remy Martin from the iconic Moonlight Bunny Ranch in Nevada. Hear her inspiring story as she challenges stereotypes and shines a light on the world of sex work. Don't miss these compelling conversations. Subscribe now and tune in to Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap.
Are you ready to kickstart your journey to a healthier, more fulfilling life? Introducing Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi. This transformative journal is your personal guide to achieving physical, mental, and emotional well-being. With its easy-to-follow prompts and powerful exercises, you'll embark on a 90-day healing journey like no other. Each morning, as you open the pages of this journal, you'll discover thought-provoking questions, uplifting affirmations, and space to reflect on your progress. It's your secret weapon to breaking free from old patterns and embracing a healthier, sexier you. Say goodbye to self-doubt and hello to self-love. Good Morning, My Sexy People will empower you to make positive changes every single day. You'll develop healthy habits, cultivate gratitude, and unlock your true potential. Whether you're seeking to improve your fitness, boost your confidence, or find inner peace, this journal is your trusted companion. It's the support system you need to stay motivated, focused, and inspired throughout your journey. Don't wait another day to start living your best life. Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off. Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi is available now on Amazon. Grab your copy today and begin your transformation. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself, set your intentions, and unleash the sexy, vibrant person within. Get your copy of Good Morning, My Sexy People today, and let the healing begin.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about well-being and strategies for a healthy mind. And I want to just share a new segment that I created. And let me tell you just a little bit about this segment. Dr. Will is unable to be with us at all this week. But he's still, being the therapist to us all, he still want to check on his good girl. And so he sends me daily texts with messages just to keep me reminded of it. And so I've named this segment Text from Dr. Will. All right. And in this special segment of Text with Dr. Will, so we know that although Dr. Will couldn't be here in person today, we are fortunate to have his inspiring message to guide us through some introspective questions. And so I invite you, the listeners, to engage in this therapy session by reflecting on these questions along with me. So now what I want to do is I want to give you all the context behind these three texts that I've received. And this was on Tuesday. This was on Tuesday. And I had a full day of doctor's appointments with my mother, and my baby girl had a surprise illness. So just say that day was full. It was a full, at 7 o'clock in the morning, from 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning, it was full blown. Yeah, it was one of those days. All right. And so, mind you, the days of my mother's doctor's appointment, for her, it tends to trigger her to where the onset of dementia becomes very challenging for her as well as myself. So when I received these texts from Dr. Will, it helped center me, and it helped gather my emotions. So here are the 3 questions. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to say the question, and I'm going to answer the questions for you all so you can understand where I'm at. But also what I want you all to do is, as Dr. Will would say, get your purpose pen and your purpose paper. I want you to write these questions down for yourself. And it's more of like a self-reflection of things. Write these questions down and be able to answer them yourself as well. All right. So the first question was, what is the well that you are pulling from for understanding? Again, this is the first question. What is the well that you are pulling from for understanding? So what I did is I took a deep breath in. I took a deep breath in, and the first thing that came to me was empathy. Empathy. I had to pull from the well of empathy to understand what is happening in real time for my mother. And then another well that I had to pull from is my memory of who she has been all of my life. The strong, independent woman that was very driven, very smart, in control of everything. And as I'm sitting there talking to her, and the confusion is, oh my God, the confusion. It truly takes a strong individual to be able to go through this. And I commend all of the health care, the family care, people that take care of their loved ones that are going through this horrendous, I don't even know what I want to call it. But for me, those were 2 things there was 2 wells that I pulled from for me to have a better understanding of who she is today sitting in front of me. Is that I had to understand and have empathy that I cannot imagine not knowing what day it is, not remembering the conversation was just taking place 5 or 10 minutes ago. Knowing and having a sense that I was this strong person at one point in time, that I was leading congregations, that I was a court, like my mom did so many things. Now I'm confused. Now I don't know anything. And so for me, going through the memories and understanding who she is, that made my compassion for her just even more. So that made me more understanding that, and I'll be honest that, okay, it's not about you. Now you have to find a place and a space for you to be able to care and handle her. And when I mean care and handle her, that means handle her with care. All right, so my second question that he sent me was, what will restoration mean for you today? What will restoration mean for you today? And I'm not going to lie, I looked up the word restoration, and I was like, what does that mean? What's that mean? And for me, it means to find a place to rebuild. How can I rebuild this moment and how I feel today? What does it mean to me? Let me tell you what I did. Me and my mother was sitting there for 30 minutes, and it was just mass confusion going there. And my poker face is great now, especially when it comes to my mom. My poker face is amazing, so you could not see the fear in my eyes. But what I told my mom is I grabbed her hand and I said, Mama, let's pray. And in that moment of time, restoration for me was praying and acknowledging what was happening and what was going on now. Now, I don't know if she will remember that, but I know that I do. And I'm just going to give you a bit of that prayer on what I said to her. I said, Father God, I come to you with a humble heart and a humble soul. And I thank you so much for allowing me and my mom to be in this presence at this moment, at this time. I ask for strength, tolerance, and understanding as we go through this journey that you have put us on. Now, I'm not quite sure on why it's here, but I know that this is not a punishment. If anything, it is a blessing for not only my mother to know what's going on, but also for me. Because what I see is something that is bigger and better than can ever be. So I ask you again for patience, tolerance, and understanding to remove our fear for all of that. And that right there, when I say that prayer, I felt my mom squeeze my hands really, really tight. And even after I said amen, after she said amen, she held my hand for another 5 minutes. And she said, thank you. She said, thank you. See, what I didn't tell you all before when I shared this information with you a while ago, my mother had wrote me a letter about 5 years ago, and the letter was to tell me if she was to forget who I was, to reintroduce myself to her. Yeah. Yeah, that's deep, huh? Yeah. Because for some reason she thought that she was going to get this because her mother had it. Yeah. Yeah. So when I say that these questions help, Dr. Will helped me with those questions, and it made me feel so much better. It helped for my day to go better. And then the last question that he sent me was, when will you know your limit today? When will you know your limit today? And y'all know I've always been very honest with you all here, because this is what it's all about. We have to be accountable for the way that we feel and our actions and all of those things, right? And so when I saw that question, I said, it is 7 o'clock in the morning. I think he texted that to me like at 4 o'clock when I finally looked at my phone. I said, I am already past my limit. But honestly, that was before I did step 1 and step 2. But I had to answer these questions honestly, because me answering these questions honestly will help in my healing process, will help in my self-care routines, will help in my emotional, mental well-being. So I have to be real and honest and authentic when I answer these questions. Yeah. So my beautiful people, I thank you all for just spending this time with me in this section. So as we reflect on these questions, I encourage all of our listeners to also consider how they can practice self-kindness, self-reflection, mental well-being. And I want you to feel free to share your responses in the comments or reach out to us with your reflections. And let's spread the message of self-compassion, empathy. All right? All right, my beautiful people, again, I thank you so much for just being a listening ear. And I'm joking when I say this, but I'm in real for real. It's like, once again, you have heard me on Dr. Will's couch. But seriously, those questions have been amazing for me, those 3 questions, and I will definitely implement this in more shows. I think it will be definitely something not only to help our listeners out here, but also to help me as well. That's something that I do. I try to help everybody else. And I know this is something I speak about a lot, about us taking care of ourselves and putting it in. And I'm working. When I say I'm working hard to do it, I'm working hard. But also what I realize is that I cannot do it by myself. I cannot do it by myself. And so I'm blessed that this man has came into my life, not only as a friend, but also as a person who has knowledge, a professional knowledge that knows when, okay, hold on, because this sister, she's superhero, but let me make sure I give her something so, she don't burn herself out. And if Dr. Will is listening to this, I truly do appreciate you, and I've got nothing but love for you, my brother. All right. All right, my beautiful people. So as we have covered a lot today, from understanding what mental well-being really means to actionable strategies for nurturing a healthy mind, I want you to remember that your mental health is so vital as a part of our self-love journey. So I want you to be patient and kind to yourselves as you explore these strategies, okay? All right. When I say this episode has been great. You know, the month of March for me is all about health, wellness, and well-being. And for us to want to create and want to do this, be dominant in the entire year of 2024, we have to make sure that we do the work. That we do the work. Again, I thank you. I thank you all for joining us here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And your presence and willingness to grow and learn are what makes this journey so rewarding. And if today's episode resonated with you, please share your thoughts, leave a review, or connect with us on social media. We love to hear your story. Again, we have a new website, the seasonofselflove.com. Please make sure that you go and check it out, as well as stay tuned for our next episode where we will continue to explore the many facets of self-love and well-being. So until then, remember to take care of your beautiful, peaceful mind, because we're trying to get it peace, because you do deserve peace, love, and happiness. Have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Send a light, love, and prayers.